If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have another tier list to do for the League One team of the season. Guys, listen, at the end of the day, this is all based off of opinion. I do have to mention that S tier category cards and A tier category cards, not really too far off of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually like pretty close for the most part. The only reason why I sometimes put players in the A tier category is only for, you know, certain variables to work with from time to time. But a lot of these cards for the League One team of the season are fantastic to use, right? I would say a good 90% of them are very, very solid. Like, EA did a very good job with this team of the season. Not a lot of cards that I would put in the lower brackets for the most part. If I forgot any cards here from SBCs and stuff, guys, I apologize. It's just from me checking out and flipping from the actual team of the season, as well as some of the player moments cards. If some of their graphics are wrong, sometimes that might happen. I don't think they are, because sometimes, like, when I'm downloading the pictures, like, it has team of the seasons on team of the moments, and you know what I'm saying, or team of the season moments and all that kind of stuff, right? So guys, at the end of the day, this is opinion based. If you see me put players in certain positions, it's not because they're bad, except for fodder and usable, because for fodder and fodder usable, because it's all about longevity in this game. Okay, so let's talk about the first one, which is going to be Ben Yedder. So Ben Yedder, I'm going to add into the A tier category. If this was a personal list, I'm putting him in the S tier because I love authentic football, and this card allows me to play that authentic football. Okay, the only reason I'm not adding Ben Yedder into the S tier category is because I don't see pro players using this card, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm not going to say that they would, because I don't think they actually would. Let me just fix this here really quickly. So with Ben Yedder, guys, the only thing that doesn't make him like an S tier card, it's running animation, because the R trigger merchants are going to want that running animation. Okay, so a card like this, if you were to give him, let's say, like a Hunter chemistry style, and you boost the acceleration and sprint speed to a 99.99, this card, with the pace being as it is, with the shooting being as it is, it doesn't have that R trigger feel, okay? But guess what? He's amazing at everything else, except for obviously physical presence with the heading and stuff. Like, you have to get into obvious situations to score that. Like I said, if this was a personal list, he would be going into the S tier category. I might even just push him in there because I like authentic football. This card on a Hawk chemistry style was awesome to use. Okay, I loved him. Good attacking AI. The weak foot's a huge plus. The dribbling is great. I might still push him into the S tier depending on how I'm feeling at the end of this. Okay, because he's awesome. I loved him a lot. You guys know I loved him because in the beginning it was Correa and Ben Yedder. If it wasn't for those two in my striker position, I didn't like using anybody else. Truth be told. Okay. Anywho, Andre. We got to put him in fodder, guys. Like, technically speaking, I could put him in fodder usable, technically speaking, right? Because the thing about the card is that he is a lengthy on an anchor chemistry style, right? Benjamin on that. I search Andre, and then it's just like a bunch of other Andres. Benjamin Andre, right? This card can technically be on a lengthy, good defensive stats, good physical, good pace. If you're decent enough at the game, you can actually make this card work, okay? But guys, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If I were to go to SBCs right now, and I go to Lucas Paqueta, and I go here, let's take a look. Let's go to the first one here. Oh, look at, and I didn't even know. You know, I didn't even know. You know, I didn't even know. It makes sense though, because here's the thing, guys. The price of the card is very cheap for the fodder that you're essentially getting, right? So with Benjamin Andre, there's not really much to say there. We're gonna put him in the S tier category. I knew he was there, or S tier category. I'm stupid. Okay, he's a fodder category, S tier category for fodder. Yeah, but you know, guys, we gotta talk about this card. Okay, we gotta talk about this next one. I'm gonna put Cabella and fodder usable. Okay. The reason why I want to put him in fodder usable, here's what happened when it came to this card, okay? This is me. I no lie to you guys, okay? And make of it what you will, but he's 24K for a reason, okay? When I use this card, I was going to do a review for him, okay? I was like, 24K, 25K, not too bad. I'll use him in a team. Guys, within like 4 games, no goals, no assists, didn't like the way he was generally performing. He actually slowed down my attack a lot. I personally didn't like the card that much, okay? I would not mind at all putting him in the fodder category. I didn't do his review because I genuinely sold the card because I personally didn't like the card, okay? I didn't like him. There was nothing I could do about it. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It really wasn't for me personally. I'm putting him in fodder usable. There's not really much to say about the card. Like, sure, there's like different position changes, cam, left mid, right wing, left wing. And if you're working with, you know, the cheaper alternatives in your team and you got to fit them in there, I'm not against it, okay? It's just one of those types of situations where like I wasn't feeling the card, okay? I genuinely wasn't. Okay, next one, Clauss. I'm gonna put Clauss in the A tier category for now, okay? Clauss, really good card. I love that I got him as a foot champs pick, to be honest. Like, he's not crazy expensive, I don't think. Let me see. I'm very curious to see what ends up happening with oh my goodness, when I press stuff on my keyboard. Okay, yes, you can leave now. Okay, done. I'm done. I took it out, please. And it just, this thing pops up and it just never goes away. I love it. Okay, so Clauss's card, right? Now it's gone. Take a look at this bad boy. So he's 67k. Honestly, price range by itself, a W, because this card gives you French links being in the League 1 team for a card that already has 99 acceleration, 97 sprint speed. That's great, okay? This card could be used in 2 different ways, all right? I was actually going to do his review as well, but it's a fullback. It's one of those ones, right? This card can be used in one of 2 ways. One of the ways you can use him is on a Sentinel chemistry style, which is... I'm always blind, guys. Forgive me, okay? You can use this card on a Sentinel chemistry style in the right back position, and he genuinely plays that area pretty well, right? Why? Because he has the high work rates. He's 5'10", lean body type, sure, but the card is great to use there. But guess what? You want to use this card as an attacking-oriented center mid? You technically could. Do I see a lot of people doing it? Not necessarily, because they would have to sacrifice probably like a center mid to play in the right back position, depending on what they end up doing, right? But take a look at this. Gladiator chemistry style. Defensive stats with shooting. He is a lean body type player, 4-star, with great dribbling stats as a midfielder. You can't go wrong with that. This card would actually play this role really well too. So definitely a nice card. Gonna add him into the A tier category. Beast of a player, okay? Jonathan David, another one that I feel like EA did a pretty good job with. I enjoyed him a lot for... Guys, it's all about playstyle, right? Because high work rates provides you a different playstyle compared to Ben Yedder's high-low work rates. If I'm gonna do it from a personal level, okay? Personal level, I would put Ben Yedder above David because I love the high-low and I love the left stick dribbling being way more consistent, okay? That's just a personal thing. But with physical type players, especially for this year's game, you really can't go wrong with them and they're formatted a certain way. This card was done really well because on an engine chemistry style, he's got good pace. His shooting with a 5-star weak foot is great. Dribbling is in a better area. Obviously, he still feels physical because he is 5'11" at an average body type. It's that average body type every single time. But it's just one of those types of cards where they did a pretty good job with him. I actually enjoyed using him a lot. And if I was building a team where I can put like Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David in the same team, like I mentioned in the review, I would totally do it. It would be amazing to work with. I would absolutely love it. You know, like I said, I think they did a really good job with him. Putting him in the A tier category really makes me want to put Ben Yedder in the S tier, and I might. You know what? I gotta do it, man, because I love the card, bro. I don't care if he's not an art-triggered merchant. I love him, dude. I love him, all right? It could change as we progress, okay? I need to provide the explanations for everything because I love him. The attacking AI, the shooting, it's my playstyle. I rate him over Jonathan David personally, okay? Anyways, Clauss, really good card. I'm going to put him in the A tier category for now. Fofana. Brother, let me tell you something about Fofana. Fofana, I want to put Fofana in the S tier category just because of how cheap this guy is. 42k. 42k, okay? 42k for what he offers in game. I want to put him in the S tier so bad, okay? But the only reason why I'm not is because of the links. Because the links, you need to put Medina in your team, which we're going to talk about Medina afterwards, okay? Got to talk about Medina. The only thing that's throwing me off is the links with the card, okay? But Fofana is a monster. Like I said, guys, the A tier and up, all of these cards, I see them being used in the top divisions 100%, okay? These are all top tier cards. We're gonna mix and match a little bit. I want to put S tier for Fofana just because of the price. 42k. This guy's a beast, guys. I was using him as in this like new 4-3-3 formation that I was trying him out, and this guy is everywhere, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I mentioned this in the SBC review when there was him and Tudom, right? I was telling people, guys, listen to what I'm gonna tell you, okay? With Fofana and Tudom, if you don't care about the French links and you're just building a League One team, you're chilling with Fofana. Fofana was great. But even in the review video, I told people, hey, you go with Tudom and Fofana in the same team, even that wouldn't be bad to work with, right? So this tier list is going to be harder for me to do because I'm going to show you guys who I put in the S tier, and then you're going to have more of an understanding, okay? But Fofana, for now, I'm going to put him in the A tier, okay? Just for now, but he's brilliant. I love the card, bro. I think the price range is filthy for what he offers in game, okay? He's great. I loved him, okay? If you play him in the right role, okay? In the right role, he's a beast. This guy's just all over the pitch, okay? And Yedder, my personal thing is I gotta push him up there just because of that, okay? I gotta have certain things. Like I said, this list is gonna be really hard for me with the S and A tiers because, whew, you know, a lot of very good cards. I'm comfortable with Clauss and David in the A tier so far, though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? Okay, so Kimpembe. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you about Kimpembe, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys something about Kimpembe. Ready? So Kimpembe's card, like I mentioned to you guys in the SBC review, it is still worth getting this card because he's a very good defender in game. Is he one of the best defenders I've used? No, right? Because people were asking me if he's on the level of like someone like a Lucio, and I'm like, no, he's not on the level of Lucio. There's still a few cards I would use. But here's the thing, guys, okay? This is a very key thing to mention, and I mentioned this in the review as well. This card, being a left-footed player, French, PSG, medium-high work rates, he's great to use there. What I wish they did with the card, just a little bit, because the price during that time period, you know, it was during that time period. But listen, what I wish they did a little bit is, and this is kind of stretching it a bit, but I just have to mention this. I wish they gave him like a +3 acceleration sprint speed, just a little bit, okay? A +3 acceleration sprint speed, because there are certain moments where he'll be, not dusted, but he'll be outpaced. Okay, certain moments. You can see in the review sometimes of against like Mbappe, even in like an Alware on like certain moments, right? But I'm kind of being nitpicky, guys, because listen, the links that he provides, left-footed player on the left side while providing those links, Kimpembe is going to last you a long time, guys, okay? He's going to last you a long time. I have to put him in the S tier category just for that, okay? Because there's not that many left-footed players playing in that role. Medina will be the next one that we talk about afterwards, okay? But, you know. Okay, next up, we got Lacazette. Lacazette, I'm going to add into the A tier category as well, okay? Lacazette is really nice. It's a really nice card. The only two things, and this is personal preference, that throws me off a little bit with the card, right, is high work rates. Sometimes it's not like Jonathan David's, right? Jonathan David's is a little bit more target man oriented with the way that he builds up the play. I definitely noticed that a lot, right? Lacazette will make more runs on a consistent basis compared to Jonathan David. But the main thing here is the unique body type feeling like an average body type in game, right? So unless you're like Correa, Angel Correa with his average body type. Guys, like even Nkunku has an average and it feels like an average body type, but you use Nkunku in a different role, right? You use him as the attacking oriented center mid, the guy that pushes forward and comes back, you know, that type of dude. And he's the best at playing that role because the physical element with the average, it actually adds to the card, if anything, okay? So one of the things with Lacazette is that his average, or it's not an average, his unique body type, it feels like an average in game, and it actually does feel like an average. And sometimes it does throw him off a little bit to work with. It wasn't like a huge nuisance by any means, but there were some attacking plays where I felt like if he was a little bit more responsive on that left stick, it would be great to work with, okay? So that's honestly those two things, like again, being nitpicky. It's a card I still see being used in the top divisions. He's still great, but the feeling of the left stick feeling like an average body type, it throws him off a little bit, okay? It does throw him off a little bit. Okay, next up, Marquinhos, S tier, no questions asked. I don't even want to hear the argument about this guy. Marquinhos is a based center back, okay? Here's the thing I'm going to explain to you about Marquinhos. You know how I just explained to you that I wish they gave Kimpembe a little bit of extra acceleration, a little bit of extra sprint speed? With Marquinhos, feels a little bit different. I'm going to tell you why, okay? His running animation, it doesn't feel as like physical or clunky, which is crazy, right? Because on an anchor, take a look at his physical stats, his defensive stats with the pace that he's working with. He has a really good chase after animation. Like, it's a really, really good chase after animation. Defensively, he was very sound. The work rates works perfectly. He has an average body type. Here's the thing, guys, okay? Here's the thing. Think about this for a second, all right? Average body type. That's a key thing here, because with the pace, if we go back to Kimpembe's card, right? Kimpembe is a high in average. So that's only being nitpicky for some chase after animations, okay? Some. But Kimpembe has really good defensive animations, like really, really good defensive animations. But Marquinhos, I like the manual feel of defending, and Marquinhos, he does that for me, okay? So this card's brilliant. I even told you guys in the review I'm putting him in the S tier. He's a great card. I loved him, okay? If I had him as a red, it'd be brilliant. Guys, Mbappe, he doesn't belong in this tier list. You know, putting him in the same area as this, it makes me want to do this. You want to see? It makes me want to do this. It makes me want to do that. You know what I'm saying? It really does. Like, from the balance of what we have, it makes me want to do that. Okay, but it'd be a shame to do that to the rest of these cards because they're great for what they offer. I wonder if I'm going to put anybody in the B tier. I might not put anybody in the B tier. No B tier for this one, eh? No, probably not, to be honest with you. I could see one. We'll talk about him after. I don't know, actually. I can see. Yeah, I'll put one, but it's a little bit hard because he's actually not bad. Mbappe S tier. It's a shame to even put him in the same category as Ben Yedder. Okay, not Marquinhos. Kimpembe a little bit, right? But Mbappe is, yes, he has to be in his own tier. Like, if there was a tier list to be made, it's S star tier. Okay, like we're gonna put all these emojis on Mbappe except for the last one. Okay, the last one is for Cabella. Anyways, Mbappe, if you packed Mbappe, you're hacking. Okay, you're literally hacking. I don't. There's nothing else to say. You're hacking. If you comp against Mbappe and the guy is decent at the game, okay, quote unquote decent in this gameplay, but decent at the game, good luck, because he's hacking. Okay, I was using Mbappe, and I'll be surprised, genuinely, I'll be surprised if you have 100 games played with him and he doesn't have 400 goals for you. I'm not joking. Okay, I'm not joking. He's hacking. He's the best player in the game, no questions asked. Okay, like he's 100% the best. Like, it's not even a question. Okay, not even a question. He's his own tier. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put Mbemba in the B tier, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. Mbemba is pretty decent. Okay, the only thing that's off about Mbemba is pace, right? So Mbemba's card, do I see him being used for SBCs? Yes. For the people that ended up getting this card as their 10 foot champs games, to be fair, they'll use them for fodder. I do see it happening 100%, okay? However, the only thing that's off with this card is pace sometimes, okay? Because of the 89 acceleration and 92 sprint speed. But when it comes down to physical presence and actual defensive animations, Mbemba is pretty decent, okay? But as you guys know, people are trigger merchants in this game, so that's where it could sometimes be an issue. Like, you really need to let his AI defend for you in a lot of situations, because listen, medium high work rates, average body type will push him back, right? When you're not controlling him, because if you control him, he runs slower, which again is another reason why I'm pushing him down the list, because I like to manually feel like I'm doing stuff, right? Which most people don't, but you know what I mean. but he's actually pretty decent, right? I'm not going to put him in the category down here. Definitely not. And I wouldn't mind putting him in the A tier. I honestly wouldn't, but it's just the pace. The pace for defenders, man, very, very big deal to work with, okay? Very, very big deal. Unless you're playing a 5-back formation, okay? If you're playing a 5-back formation, different situation. Guys, next up, a Medina's card goes into the A tier category as well. Guys, Medina, if Medina was French, I would tell you guys to forget about Kimpembe. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Medina is not French in PSG. French in PSG, guys, it's too dominant, okay? It's the links are too dominant. Have you guys ever tried out Medina in game? Do me a favor, try out this card. To be honest with you, he's a beast, okay? And the fact that you can get a link to, like, listen, if you got lucky enough that you got Messi in your team, good for you, honestly. Like, good for you, because Messi would be a disgusting to have in a team. We'll be talking about him right after this one, right? But if you have Messi and you provide him with that Argentina link, and then you have Fofana in your team, dude, the Fofana Medina link, that's the main thing here. Because if we take a look at RC Lens, just in general, right? Let's take a look at this team. You got Openda. Openda, I can see some people using him because they're a bunch of our trigger merchants, right? Our trigger merchants will love that card, right? But there's nobody else to really work with other than the goalkeeper, which he's not in the tier list because I have no idea what he's like. I didn't end up trying him out, okay? But the links you can work with, like, honestly, go with a triple link setup. Medina, Fofana, and the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is French, okay? So the French links, there's always a bunch of stuff you can work with there. So, guys, try out Medina. I'm telling you, he's amazing, okay? I would even argue and say he's in the S tier because there's a lot of situations where I was using him with Kimpembe and Medina was doing more, okay? But the thing is the French PSG links, like longevity, I know that these cards are going to be used on a like, I'm guaranteeing with these guys. These guys, I'm like 80% guaranteeing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 80% guaranteeing. But, dude, I'm fully comfortable with the A and the S tier. Like, these guys, 100%. These guys, I'm okay with putting them a little bit lower. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm okay with this. Messi. Let's just hold on. Give me a second. There we go. S tier category. Okay, very nice, guys. What is there to say about Messi's card? Left stick, crazy, bro. Like, it could be the best. It could be one of the best. The only ones I can think of in my mind that had the best left sticks is Messi and Bernardo Silva, okay? These two guys, when I use them in my team, I feel complete joy because it's like, oh my goodness, is this what responsive gameplay is like? Is this what it's like if we had a competent company making a video game? Is this what it's like? Messi's amazing, okay? He is a finesse shot monster. You got a green on a finesse shot with him, GG's. Good luck to you. He's even on white, he hits finesse shots like a monster, one of the best in the game, okay? Left stick is crazy. Attacking AI. You know what's really funny about his attacking AI? Let me show you guys something, okay? So his attacking AI for this card, right? Take a look at it. His work rates is high-low work rated. But I'm telling you guys that this card in the cam position, in the high-low work rate, is still a monster, right? He has a high-low, but it's almost like you like that high-low a lot. That aggressive work rate, it just works for him, man. The way that this guy commits on the pitch is fantastic. Use him any way you want. Use him on that right-hand side, left-hand side, striker, secondary striker. It doesn't matter. Messi is amazing, okay? Amazing. Not much to say there, okay? Neymar, I'm going to also put him in the S tier, man. They did a fantastic job with Neymar. Neymar is just saucy, bro. Like, he's just shoom, 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 shoom. Like, he's just saucy. I don't want to do it, but I have to, because it's like, look at the guys I'm adding up here. You can't compare Ben Yedder to these guys, man. I can't do it. I can't because of the art trigger. Okay, just the art trigger is the only thing. Okay, that's it. Oh, it hurts me. Anyways, personal preference, you know. Neymar, guys. Yeah, there's like, it's essentially like when I was using him in game, I even said, I'm like, I feel like I'm essentially using the perfect player because, guys, he has everything, man. He's got weak foot. He's got skill moves. Shooting comes off great. The pace is great. The passing, like, it's everything. Everything is great on this card. He's still at 7.2 million coins. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because he is a beast in game. I thoroughly enjoyed using him. You know, we gave him like the Hawk chemistry style as well. Makes the most sense, obviously. because of the pace, the shooting, the physical boost you end up giving the card. The fact that you're even giving him extra aggression to work with the pace, insanity. Okay, absolutely insanity to use. But yeah, no, he was great. There's really not much to say there. Pro players will use. If pro players don't use Neymar, they're crazy. He's amazing in my opinion. Nuno Mendes. Listen, so Nuno Mendes, A tier category as well. Guys, with fullbacks, to put him in the S tier, like, I'm talking like Hernandez, you know what I'm saying? The height, the physical, the defense, you know? But Nuno Mendes, I love him. I love this card. There was a lot of times where I never ended up doing his review, but he happened to be in the gameplay footage when I was using him, because he was genuinely really good. The price of this card actually went down significantly. I'm probably going to still keep this version of his card because I think this card's still like 300k. Yeah, still a 300k card. I use it mostly for the links and all that kind of stuff. But here's the thing, guys. The difference between this bad boy right here and this bad boy right here is significant, okay? Because listen, anchor chemistry style on this guy makes him pace, defense, physical. But you don't need to do that for the team of the season version, okay? The team of the season version, you can give him a sentinel chemistry style, right? Sentinel chemistry style, and take a look at him, bro. Pace is there, dribbling is there, defense is there, physical is there, passing is there, and he provides you insane links. I'm itching a little bit. I'm itching a little bit to put him in the S tier, a little bit, right? But when I think about players like Hernandez and stuff, it's a little bit crazy, you know? But like I said, guys, a lot of these A tier category cards can be argued in the S tier, okay? A lot of them can be. But Nuno Mendes, fantastic card. Really good. Gives you the good links, all that good stuff, okay? Okay. Next up is Openda. So, with Openda, in the future, it's funny because I'm saying all this stuff, right? But I'm not going to lie. I could even see like Medina and stuff being used in fodder in the future. It hurts me to say it because he's actually really good, but people don't really use different teams like that. But I'm putting him in the A tier because I like him a lot, okay? Openda, we're also going to add into the A tier category. So, Openda, for me personally, right? I prefer a Ben Yedder, okay? Reason for Ben Yedder is because I like that build-up play. The build-up play is nice, left stick. I might still put Ben Yedder in the S tier, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm itching a little bit for it, okay? I'm itching a little bit. This card is an R-Trigger Merchant. That is the way you have to use him, okay? But guess what? Being an R-Trigger Merchant in this game is very effective, okay? Why is he an R-Trigger Merchant and why is he so good at it? This card is not going to run like Ben Yedder. He's going to run way quicker than Ben Yedder, okay? Reason being for this is because of a few variables. This card's 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed for base card characteristics is very noticeable in game, right? You even notice it on the Player of the Month version of his card already being in that area. It's a base thing of his card, okay? Next up, we have with Openda is the fact that he has speed dribbler, which in my opinion, when it comes to running, especially with the ball, he runs fast, man. You guys can see in the review during Foot Champs, there was like 2 or 3 different goals where I think normally it wouldn't even make sense just to hold our trigger and just run, but he's so fast at our trigger, he's gone. Like, he's just gone, bro, okay? One of the fastest to use in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. But then you get to a point where the things that are noticeable, right? Like the average body type, his average body type is very noticeable in game, okay? Regardless of his dribbling stats being in the mid-90s area, it's very noticeable in game. 86 composure doesn't help that as much, you know what I'm saying? Because especially when you're under pressure on the average, when the average feels a certain way already. You have to use a lot of like L1 dribbles. We were able to score some nice goals from the L1 dribble, right? But you have to utilize that a lot. And then obviously the 3-star weak foot. The 3-star weak foot, not crazy to work with. So just by that, my default, just... Did you guys see something? I didn't see anything, bro. I didn't see anything, okay? I didn't see anything. Anyways, next up, Renato Sanches. Listen, I'm going to add Renato Sanches in the S tier category because of the links. But I'm telling you guys, it depends on the role that you're using, right? Because I'm telling you, this Fofana card, I almost just want to put him over here, right? And then I want to like organize this a little bit, you know, like just organize it a little bit. Because Fofana, I wouldn't mind putting him in the S tier. I'm telling you guys that he's all over the pitch, okay? But Renato Sanches is also really good, okay? It's the Fofana situation, you know. It's just that. It's just the, you know what, bro? If Fofana was French, I wouldn't even mind putting him right up there in the S tier. I'm not gonna lie. The PSG link, though, man, there's too many meta things you can use. And you guys know, before I even mention anything, okay? What does Renato Sanches have before anything, guys? What does he have before anything, okay? I'm gonna wait for you guys to respond. He has the hair trait, okay? He has the hair trait, all right? His hair trait in game is fantastic. Guys, before this card was even released, I was using his OTW card, and the card was still great. You know what I liked using him the most in? Personally, I liked using him the most on that stay back while attacking cover center role, while still sometimes attacking for me, because he still has a high attacking work rate with the 91 attacking positioning, right? You have to take that into consideration. So he's going to play to that sometimes. This card's great for a 4-3-2-1. But then the other way that I liked using the card was in a 4-2-3-1 system playing as a CDM. Dude, the balance between him and Palhinha is so good, bro. I can't even explain it to you. I use that balance for probably 4 months of the year, okay? Probably 4 months because of how good it was. It was cards that lasted me a long time, okay? I'm gonna put him in the S tier. It hurts me because I'm telling you guys, Fofana is amazing, man. I really like that Fofana card. He's great. I played him as a left center mid in that 4-3-3, that review that I did, and I love that card, man. I really do. But some of these cards I'm putting in the A tier category, they're not like my cup of tea, but I know that if I comp against them in the top divisions, people will do work with them. I know for a fact, okay? I know for a fact. Sissoko, I'm also going to add in the A tier category, okay? Reason being for that, putting him in the A tier category is because the card... So here's the things that's off about him, right? I'll tell you what's off about him. So obviously with Sissoko, if you give this card a shadow chemistry style, he has decent pace to work with. His lengthy is really good in game. He has a good running animation. I actually like it a lot. Okay, so the running animation is a W for this card on a shadow chemistry style. The only things that throw you off a lot, because the whole purpose of using him is as your defensive oriented player. The whole purpose of using him is to be your defensive oriented player, but it's the agility balance and the weak foot at a 3-star that will throw you off in some of your build-up plays, right? Your build-up plays will sometimes, because guys, even if they're your CDMs, they gotta be able to build up at least a little bit, okay? And those two things, it throws them off. But guys, when I'm talking about someone that has fantastic, and I mean fantastic, defensive animations, Sissoko has fantastic defensive animations. Guys, a lot of the review, if you guys saw the review for Sissoko, I was using him as a right center back and a 5-back sometimes. And he was a beast there. Like, he was doing a fantastic job, okay? Because he has the right things. Medium high work rates, unique body type. His lengthy is actually a good lengthy in game. It's a W, okay? It's a W. Todibo. What does this card even look like? I might even put him in the fodder usable category, to be honest. High and average, 87 acceleration. I'm gonna put him. Yeah, it's fodder usable fodder. Like, yeah, I'll put him fodder usable. We'll be nice a little bit. Fodder usable for him, guys. Traore. Whew, what a card, man. What a card. Traore was. Guys, listen. If he's gonna expire soon, do Traore. Do Traore. The only reason he's not S tier, in my opinion, is because like of links. Because you're not going to use those links. Or we're going to be honest with you, okay? Like, you're not going to use these links. The only way you will use these links is League One. You need to have a League One team, okay? It's super unfortunate because if I go to Rennes, they don't have anything, bro. They have like Guidi, but you're not going to use Guidi at this point in the game. Let's be completely honest, okay? It's the only player that you can work with, like him and Mandanda. Right, you could technically work with Mandanda if you were willing to do that, right? What about the country Mali? Yeah, there's nothing, man. That's the only thing, bro. Like, he's so good though, man. This card is so good. I loved him. If you guys watched the review, I loved him. On a shadow chemistry style, he's awesome, bro. He's genuinely really good. I can't count the amount of times I would be in the right back position and I would need extra support in the middle, and he would go into the middle to provide that extra support. He was great. Like, he was great. A huge W gameplay objective card. Like I mentioned to you guys, some of the player designs are going to be a little bit off. You could see that it was kind of like busted, but I'd have to mention that. Okay, the next card. I want to so badly put him in the S tier. I want to so badly. You know why? You know what it is, man? It's the Fofana situation, man. But it's the leaks. It's the links, man. You know, the PSG links. I want to so badly put him there, man. I really do. I want to put him so badly. Can I tell you guys why I like Verratti so much? Listen. I'm not fully convinced with this list. I'm fully convinced with where I put them for the most part, but the A and S tier, it could be, you know. Listen, Verratti's card, okay? Can I show you guys something? I don't know if you guys watched the review, but you should, because this card's really nasty at these types of things. Okay, so you can use this card however way you want, right? When it comes to using him in the midfield position. I was using him on stay back while attacking cover center for a lot of the review, and then I also use him as the attacking oriented center mid. I want you guys to take something into consideration, okay? If you use this card as your attacking oriented center mid, he is really good playing that role, okay? Because what you would do is you would give him a hunter chemistry style, maybe play him on the cover center instruction, 5-star weak foot, right? And you can use him either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, depending on what you do, because he still has defensive stats at a medium-high work rate if he gets into attacking opportunities, right? But for a general, you know, build-up play, what I feel like the most, I gave him a shout out because I like to have extra defensive capabilities, which he was great at. We're talking about someone who is a transitioning monster. His passes, disgusting, okay? Disgusting passes, disgusting, okay? Left stick dribbling, amazing. I love players that can left stick because I need responsive gameplay in my life. Okay, I need that. But here's why I don't mind adding him into the A tier category. It's because there's a trade-off with players like Verratti and Fofana. Fofana can't dribble, but Fofana offers more defensive presence than Verratti does. But Verratti's going to have more attacking presence than Fofana does. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And then you go to Renato Sanches, who is a combination of all of it, because he can attack and he can defend. He can't dribble as well as Verratti, but you guys know how the meta of this game works when it comes to the high work rate cards that have the body type that could potentially attack and all that kind of stuff, okay? This list, it bothers me more than the other list because there's a lot of cards here that can be argued in the S and the A tier categories, okay? A lot of the things is going to come down to like links and all that kind of stuff. I want to tell you this right now, from the A tier category, if I'm going to go in order and like to potentially add them to the top, not in order, but like, you know what I'm saying? It would be like this, okay? So Verratti, for me, I need responsive gameplay. So Verratti, I'd use over Fofana for sure. Nuno Mendes, yeah. Nuno Mendes for sure. Clauss, yeah. Yeah, I'm not against it'd be like that. Openda, Jonathan David. For strikers, I would definitely rather use other strikers, but like he's still amazing. This is not in order at the top, but I'm looking at the A tier category because they like a lot of these guys can be argued into the S tier, to be honest. Guys, by default, the A tier and up, you will see in the top divisions. Okay, you're gonna see them. These guys, they'll be used for they'll be used for fodder or whatever it is. Some of the A tiers will be used for fodder depending on how good the person's team is, right? Like I don't see a lot of people using Medina because of that very reason, but Medina is actually really good. I like to use different teams. Medina would 100% be used in a different team if I was, you know, consistently playing the game. And then Fofana would be in the team, and Medina giving me that link. Maybe I got Messi and stuff, you know. Okay, let's see here. Ben Yedder, my personal preference with Ben Yedder is what's really pushing him to the top. He's not compared to like Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. Mbappe is the best, no questions asked there. Neymar, I think, generally is a little bit better to work with because you could play him anywhere. Marquinhos, I rate over Kimpembe. These two, I don't mind putting them like that, to be honest. I don't mind putting them like that. Oh. This one drives me a little bit crazy, man. Because I almost wanna... Because I like Clauss a lot. I don't think he's like S tier. I almost want to do this, man. I almost want to do that. Oh man, yeah, I almost want to do that because I really like these two cards, man. I'm telling you. Nuno Mendes I like a lot too. Lacazette body type throws me off. Medina links, but he's so good. Clauss right back. He's honestly so good there too. Fofana is such a W for the price, man, but so is Medina. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, it's a toughie. It's a toughie. These guys, like, some of these guys need their own category, like their own S tier category. I'm not gonna lie. Because putting these guys in the B tier would be, like, harsh. Fodder usable. Marquinhos, Messi, Kimpembe. I kind of like this. This makes me way more comfortable. Yedder, Fofana, Nuno Mendes. Oh, dude, this list is going to be one of those ones, man. This list is going to be one of those ones. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't because I like, it hurts me to put these cards in the B tier. They're not B tier cards, man. They're just not. Mbemba, I don't mind adding there. That's okay. But these cards, I can't do it, bro. Kimpembe, Messi, Marquinhos, Neymar, Mbappe. Oh, it hurts me so much to not add some of these cards, man. It does. But these guys, like, I know pros would use these guys. And yet they won't use these guys. Nuno Mendes, I could see being used. Nuno Mendes, yes. Because of the links. Nuno Mendes, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there. Hurts me a little bit. Hurts me a little bit. I'm going to put you at the end. Because your average body type annoyed me a lot. But still, that's an art trigger merchant. Guys, I'm going to leave the list at this. Yeah, this is like I can guarantee pros. It's like I'm guaranteeing it with my life. You know what I'm saying? With my life. You know what I'm saying? With my life. Yeah. Yeah. Personal preference though, I would put this over here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really would. Truth be told, A tiers and up will definitely be using the top tier divisions, but the S tiers are the S tiers for a reason. For this League One team of the season, it is. It is. Because, dude, you can't do like Verratti versus like Sissoko, because Sissoko is a different type of medium high, more physical, taller, gets those animation choices. Like, I wouldn't use Verratti as like a right center back. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Guys, I'm gonna leave the list like this because this one's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, it is. This one will drive me crazy. Like I said, a lot. The S tier categories that cannot be argued is Mbappe, Neymar, Marquinhos, and Messi. Okay, that one cannot be argued. It's those four. I can't even hear it. Okay, you can make an argument for some of the other guys, a little bit less, little bit. Okay, but these guys, I'm leaving there. But I'm okay with this list as it is. I'm okay with it. Like I said, most of the A tiers I loved, except for Openda, but I know the art trigger merchants are going to love him because that's not my playstyle, guys. I need to build up into, you know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with this list as it is. Guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. Hopefully people hear the explanation instead of just disliking the video because they skip to the end and be like, oh my god, how is Ben Yedder not an S? You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens all the time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys for next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. By the ways, I have to mention this before I leave. Don't use this list to compare to another list because we're looking at it just from that squad, okay? Because like I said, the A tiers, you can argue it's, if I put them in the Premier League, some of them could be S tiers. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. Food for thought. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. The four, I know they're guaranteed pros. Honestly, all of them I think are guaranteed pros. Renato Sanches maybe a little bit. They prefer a little bit taller players. That's the only one. But anywho. Peace out, my dudes. Love you guys.